Good morning, everyone. Yesterday I filmed a video of me planting begonias and some Lamium. And what I wanted to do is fix our begonia border and fill in the border circle our bird bath with Lamium because I had transplanted the Wizard of Ahhs Veronica. Well, as I listened back to the audio, I could hear a lot of landscapers in our neighborhood, and there were F-15s flying, and they fly every day, multiple times a day, and we are close to the flight path. However, there are normally just 2 flying at a time. Yesterday there were 7 F-15s flying, so I'm not sure if they were doing a training thing or something, but anyway, it was super loud and the audio was just too uncomfortable for me to send that video out. So that's why today I'm refilming the intro, but I'm going to clip in the parts where I did the planting. Last year I planted cocktail gin begonias under our redwoods here, and in the past I think I've done impatiens, I've done lemon balsedum, and the begonias are a tender perennial in zones 10 and 11. I'm zone 9, and I thought I would try my hand at putting them in the ground and seeing how they fared through our winter. And I would say about 85–90% of them wintered over, and you can tell they're already flowering and bulking up and looking more bushy. You can tell the ones that I just planted because they're real petite. I couldn't find cocktail gin, so what I could find was the bada begonias, and they're very, very similar. Their leaf color is a little bit different, so I'm not sure if it's going to look mismatched once they all put on growth, but I went ahead and bought them, and this is what I have left is 5. I had purchased 2 6-packs, so I have a little bit of extra, and I planted a begonia border in front of our Merit Supreme hydrangeas in our back garden, and so I might fill these in back there. I'm not sure if you can see at this angle, but our Avondale redbud is already blooming, and I'll have to make sure that soon I pick up the Oklahoma redbud in our back garden that is in full bloom as well. All right, let's go look at the Lamium. Several years ago, we planted Wizard of Ahhs Veronica from Proven Winners around our bird bath, and it bloomed quite a bit the first few years, but as our Japanese maple that you can see in the camera has become so mature and grown so much over our front lawn area, it covers more of the bird bath, and so therefore the Veronica doesn't bloom as much. I pulled it all out a few months ago, except for a little bit left of the sprinkler head, to which we are converting to drip. But I pulled all the Veronica out, and I'll show you where I put it, and I thought Lamium would be a good choice because Lamium is zone 3 to 8, the pink pewter, and we're zone 9, and it likes part sun, mostly shade, at least for us, because our summers get so hot. This area receives morning sun. Our hydrangeas back here do really, really well because even before noon comes, the sun is already been shaded from our maple, which gives this area reprieve from our extreme heat. This grows 8 to 12 inches tall and wide, so this is going to cover a big area right here, and I think it'll even probably begin to grow up on the base of the bird bath. So I'm kind of excited to see how this does, because when I planted it in front of our Merit Supreme hydrangeas, it grew so full and trailed over our border. I really like how it looks back there, so I know I'm going to love how it looks up here. This is the area where I planted the Wizard of Ahhs Veronica, in between the Serenity Purple African daisies. So you can see how many daisies I had to pull out that just weren't doing very well anymore. I've had them here for several years, and I think I've said that I've tried to find the exact color, and wouldn't you know it, I was at Evergreen Nursery, I'd say maybe about a week ago, and what did I see? Serenity Purple African daisies. However, I had transplanted the Veronica about 2 months ago. I wasn't sure if it would take. I didn't know. It looked a little scrawny when I transplanted it, but it has pushed all brand new growth. So I am hoping with it being in the full sun that I'm going to get more of a show of blooms with it being here versus under the bird bath. Try not to pay attention too much to the leaves. We have camphor trees, and this is the time of year where they're just going to begin to drop like crazy. And I tell you what, if you're in the market for a new tree, I would highly recommend to not buy a camphor tree. They are an evergreen, but each spring, as new leaves emerge, the old ones fall down. So for those of us who are used to deciduous trees that we have that leaf drop in the fall, these fall all spring. And I just cleaned this up yesterday, and you can't even tell that I took a rake or a blower to any of it because the leaf drop is so substantial. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.